Welcome everyone. Welcome to another video for maths today. And this is a recorded video and it's for private school, City of London 2022 paper. This paper is idle for the children who are doing stage 2 entrances for any of the entrances for stage 2. This paper is for you all. So if you guys are ready, I'll get started. The paper is as usual is in the description, and please like and subscribe our channel because we want to have 5K members who benefit from our channel as soon as possible. And that can only be done if you like and subscribe to our channel. So I'll start sharing my screen and start doing the paper with you. And if you're looking for the paper, as usual, the paper is in the description. And we have also have a lot of other private school papers which you all can try for your stage 2 entrances. So let's get started now. I'll hide myself so that you could only see the screen and not me anymore. So let's get started. I will zoom in a little bit because you all can see the screen better. So let's get started. So in the first question, they are telling you that you could show your working on the side of the paper if required, but put your answers only in the spaces provided. So the best thing is to please read the instructions, what they are telling you. So your first one is 2.74 multiplied by 100000. So your answer for this one would be, let me just take the box that is better. It'll be 27400. And next one is 13 square. That means 13 multiplied by 13. That would be 169. So I'll just put it here for the ones who don't know what does this mean. So the next one is the square root of 49 is you need to think about another way of doing is which table you get 49. And your answer is square root is 7. The cube root of 125 is obviously 5. And 4 cube means it's 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4. That gives you guys 64. And next is you are simplifying 240 by 300. Another way of doing this one, I'll just do it for you all. 240 divided by 300. You can cancel the 0 from the 0 and then try doing this. Then you closest, the simplest form for that would be 4 by 5. And the next one is 25% of, I think so I'll use a pen for this one. So you have 25 over 100 multiplied by 68. You could also write that as 1/4 of 68. That gives you guys 17. And the next one is 43 multiplied by 38. That would be 1634. So let's move on to the next one. In this, they are telling you to calculate the display below shows 2/9 as a decimal. Complete the empty box to show how the calculator would display the answer to 2 over 2 divided by 900. So your answer would be the same what they have written, but it'll be little different. It'll be 0.0022222 It'll keep going 2 to 2. If you try using a calculator and see, how would you get this answer? And the next one is they say that I buy 7 drinks at 72p each and 9 sandwiches at £1 21 each. How much change will I get if I have £20 note? So first of all, just write all the information was given to you. So your cost equals to 7 multiplied by 72, and then you have a plus sign, then you have 9 multiplied by 121. That will equal to 504 plus 1089. That gives you 1593. But we need to do it in pennies and pounds. So that would be 15.93. And the question is not this, the question is asking you how much change you will get. For the change, you need to minus now minus 15.93. That gives you 4.07. So your answer is 4.07. Next one is reflect the letters in the mirror line below. The 3 letters are done. So the best thing for this is try looking at these letters in your mirror upside down. You will see when you see these letters in your mirror, you will see them upside down. So you would have P would be sorry, P would come here like upside down. Your E also will be upside down, and your N also will be upside down. The same thing will happen to Victor. Your V will be upside down. Oh, I'll start from other, just a second. Your V would be upside down. Your I, C, your T, then your R, I, and a A. The same one would be for the last one. That one also will be upside down. So you'll have S going upside down. Then you'll have R, E, and a T. So let's move on to the next one. In the next one, they are saying that Martin is given 240 pounds. He gives 1/8 to his sister and 1/5 of what remains to his little brother. How much does he get together? So again, as I told you, you should write as much information is given to you. Let's make the letters little big. I'm trying to make it a little big for you guys so that you understand what we're doing. Okay, I've done it now. So the sister gets, that would be, try to simplify, it's 30 pounds, and the remaining would be 240 minus 30. That gives you guys, then you have 1/5 of 210. That gives you 40 pounds. But you have to see how much Martin keeps now. That gives you 168. So that's answer for number 6. So let's move on to the next one. Number 6 is they're telling you the thermometer below shows the temperature recorded at midday yesterday and midnight last week. So you have to find what was the temperature in the midday yesterday at. Okay, so we are looking at this one here. If you look at this one, that goes to 54. And the next is, what was the temperature midnight last in centimeters? In C. If you look at this one, we are looking at this one now. So it goes to -6. And the last one is, they're asking you what was the difference of the temperature between midday yesterday and the midnight last night in C. So centigrade. So you have to do it 12, what do you have already? And then you will do -6. Remember about your sign in this one? That will equal to minus and minus becomes plus, plus 6. That gives you 18. That's the answer for number 3. The next one they're asking you how many minutes are there between 9:23 a.m. to 1:06 p.m. Basically, what are we doing here? We are going from we are going from 9:23, that's a.m., to 10, that's also a.m. You have to go all the way, it's 1, and then you have 106. So you know that from 9 to 10, it's 37 minutes, and from 10 to 1 p.m., 1 p.m. is 3 hours. But remember, you have 6 minutes more. Plus, you're adding 6 more minutes. That gives you, what does it give you? So you will just try writing it 37 plus 3 is to 60. plus 6. That gives you guys 223 minutes because you know your answer in minutes. The other way of doing this is you could just find it and divide it by 60 and then get your answer. So let's move on to the next one, number 8. So you have to look at this fraction in this one. They are saying what fraction of the above design is shaded. So how much is shaded? Give the fraction as the simplest form. So if you look at this, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many are there? There are 12 of them. And try to simplify that little more, you will get one third. And the next one is saying how many more of the hexagon needs to be shaded so that 3/4 of the design is shaded. So you know that that's 9 over 12. That will give you 3 over 4. And both of them are, then you have to minus it. This is the main part, which none of you do it. 9 minus 4. That gives you guys 5. That's your answer. And now they are asking you what fraction of the last rectangle below is shaded. So if you look at this, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So basically, you know that the shaded area is half the area of the blue rectangle. That equals to 1 square area. So how to find the total of this? To find the total of this, you will just do 3 plus 1 plus 1 and then half. It's that equals to 11.11 divided by 2. And then you have to find the shaded area. So let me take my pencil now. So your shaded area, shaded fraction I'm writing. Your shaded fraction would be 11 divided by 2 and 8. And that would become 11 over 16, or if you have to do it in points, that would be 5.5 divided by 8. That would be your answer. So let's move on to number 9. In number 9, they are saying write 15% as a fraction into the simplest form. As you know that 15 over 100 goes like that. And then I will try simplify that. That will be 3 by 20. That's your answer. And the next one is they are saying that Roman sent 7 text messages each day. A £5 credit buys him 140 text messages. Today he received an extra 15% free text messages when he bought his 5% credit. How many days should the credit last? So you're working out. So just write down as much information is given to you guys. 140, 15% means 15 over 100. Multiplied by 140. So 140 plus 21 gives you 161. So they're asking you how many days, you know the days have 7 in it. There are 7 days in a week. So you have to divide it by 7 and that would give your answer as 23. So let's move on to the next one now. Number 10. And in this, they are saying that in a sponsored walk, Adam took 4 hours 39 minutes. Billy took 274 minutes and Charlie took 3/4 hours. Who was the quickest? Now you have to find who was the quickest. So let's fast first Adam. So how much did he do it? He did 4 multiplied by 60 and you're adding 39 into it. That would be 279 minutes. And the next one you have to find Billy. There are three of them. It's Adam, Billy, and Charlie. Billy, Billy is already given to you. That's the easy one. So we'll just write what's given to us. Now we need to find Charlie. Charlie would be 4 multiplied by 60 plus 3/5 multiplied by 60. That gives you guys 240 plus 36. That equals to 276 minutes. So they are asking you who was the quickest. So you know each one of them. You know who was the quickest. Adam, who was the quickest? You need to know, and who was the closest? Who was the slowest? Slowest. Who was the slowest, and who was the quickest? For the quickest one, you know that Adam was 279, Billy was 274, and Charlie was 276. So we know that who was the quickest, who was the closest, who was the quickest. We can see from what we have done, the quickest for all of them would be 276, 274, and 279. So the quickest was Billy because he took less time if you look at that. And the slowest, obviously, that's no doubt, is Adam. So now you have given a diagram and you have to calculate the largest rectangle. So the largest rectangle is this one here, the big one. So how would you calculate the largest? So we are calculating basically, let me just take a pen so I can explain you guys which one you're explaining you are doing. So basically, you are finding this one here. Let's call it Y, and then this one here. Let's call it X. And all of this is A. So now let's take our and let's call this one B. So let's do it now. So you know that X equals to 12 minus 7. That gives you 5 centimeters square. And then your Y equals to 9 minus 5, that will give you 4 centimeters. Now you have to find the area. To find the area, you will do 20 multiplied by 13 plus x, because you don't know the area of that one, so I'm doing it as x, and then you will get 20 multiplied by 13 plus 5. That gives you 20 multiplied by 18. That again gives you 360 centimeters square. So let me write down with this. So if you guys thinking what the answer is 360 centimeters square. So now you have to find the total area of the rectangle which is covered. So you have to find the area of all the rectangle where that's covered. You know that now, you know what your A and B is. So shaded area, to find the rectangle, you have to add them all up. You have to do A plus B plus C. So you know that A equals to 360. We just found that before. And your B equals to 12 multiplied by 9. That equals to 108. And your C equals to 5 multiplied by 4. That's 20. And there's one mistake I did. It's not plus, it's A plus B minus C. So you have to minus it. A plus B plus minus C. So let's do that. You know what your A is, you know what your B is, and you also know what your C is. So that would become 360 plus 180. Whatever answer we'll get from this, remember we have to minus 20 in that. To minus 20, your answer would be 448. That's your answer. And if you guys know what C is, this was C. So if you are stuck on this question, it's better to look at it again, and then try doing it. Now we have another question like that in which they're asking you to find the diagram below shows a rectangle and a square. The diagram are not drawn to scale. If they have equal parameter, what's the difference in the area? So you have to find the difference of the area. So let's do this as A and this also like A. Now let's find the parameter now. So your parameter equals to 2. Because they have told you is equal, that's why we are doing that. That gives you 200 centimeters. And the next one is your 4A equals to 200 centimeters. And now you have to find the A. When A comes there, then you divide it by 200 divided by 4. That gives you 50 centimeter. So now area difference you have to find. That would be 50 multiplied by 50 minus 70 multiplied by 30. That would give you guys 2500 minus from 210, 200 and 2100. That would be 400 centimeters square. So this is the one how you do the one. So now we have another one, which is you have to calculate the size of the missing angle. You know that the area of this angle is equal to 180 degrees. So then you will just do 180 minus 33 plus 85. That would give you, just have to do that, and then your answer would be 62. You have another angle question coming up now. That's number 14. In this, you need to find the size of the angle A in the diagram. So let's draw first to make it easy for you all. So let's draw that. Let's do this. This is C. This is C. This is my A. This is my P. And this one is my B. So now they are saying find the size of A. So you have to find the size of angle A. So let's find it. To find that, find what is B. So first of all, you have to find this one, or the one I'm shading in pink. You need to find this one. So first you find what is BCD. Your B to that angle will also 180 degrees, minusing it from B plus 19. That gives you 1. And then you have to find your other angle, that is ABC. Let me do it with a different color. Let me draw it with a different color. So now you have to find ABC. You need to find the one what I have colored in blue now. So I'll find that here for you all. So you know that your A equals to 180 degrees and you're minusing it from, have your brackets, 72 plus, have another bracket, B plus 17, your bracket closed. Try to open the brackets now. 180 minus 72 plus 88. So you have 182 and you have a minus sign there. And then you have to add 72 plus 88. That gives you 160. And then you have to minus 182 minus 160. 88 plus 72 gives you 160. So you need to minus 180. Oh, sorry, it's 180, not 182. It's 180 minus 160, and that's 20. I'll correct that for you all. That is 180, not 160, 182. So your answer for this one is 80. And now they're asking you what type of angle is this? This is a obtuse angle. There's another angle question now. In this, they are saying that a right angle triangle is shown below. It's not shown to scale. Calculate the perimeter of the triangle. To find the perimeter of the triangle, P equals to 5 plus 3. You need to add all of them, all the sides up, plus 5.8. That gives you 13.8 centimeters. And the next is you need to calculate the area. You know the area is half base into height. That equals to half multiplied by 5 multiplied by 3. That gives you 7.5 centimeters square. You need to know your formulas really well to do all these questions. Now you have another one. In this, you have a diagram above is not drawn to scale. A box measures 20 centimeters by 11 centimeters by 15 centimeters. Calculate the volume. So the volume equals to 20. You multiply all of them together. 20 multiplied by 11 multiplied by 15. That gives you 3300 centimeters square. And the next thing what they're asking you, they are saying that a string is tied around the box with a bow at the top as shown in the diagram. If the length of the bow is 8 centimeters, calculate the total length of the string used. So you have to look at the diagram again and then you have to do, you know that the string forms two rectangles. This is the thing what we know. You know that the string forms two rectangles and the string length equals to parameter 1 plus parameter 2 plus your bow, what they're asking you to find now. That would be 2 multiplied by 20 plus 15 plus 2 multiplied by, try to open the brackets now. That's 70 plus 52 plus 8. And that when we add them up all, We get 130 centimeters. That's your answer. So let's move on to the next one. You are given some numbers now, and they're telling you to write one number from 20 to 30 that satisfies the description below. So you have to find what is the prime number among all of these. We know that that's 23. I should have done that. Let me cancel this one here. It's 23. They're saying what is a cube number in all of them? So cube number we know is 27. Square number they're asking you, you know the square number is 25. And now in this one they're asking you a Fibonacci numbers. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry about that. So they are saying these numbers have the sequence of 1 and 1, 2 and 3, 5 and 8 and 13. So you know that. Let's write down here, make it easy. You know that 1 plus 1 gives you 2, and you just have to go in the sequence. 2 plus 1 gives you 3, 3 plus 2 gives you 5, and 5 plus 3 gives me 8, 8 plus 5 gives you 13, and 13, 13 plus 8 gives you 21. So your answer for this is 21. You can see what the sequence, the way it's going on. Now you have to tell what the triangle numbers are. So if you look at this 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 10, and what the sequence is going 1 to 3 is 2, 3, 4, 5. If you look at that, let me just draw now. If you look at this one, that's 2, that's 3, 4, 5. They are saying a triangle number of the sequence 1, 3. The triangle numbers follow the sequence 1, 3, 10. It keeps going all the way like that. And if you do it 21 after that, that would be, that will be, then you go all the way 26. You go till 36 like this, and you see that they're saying where the sequence stops. If you look at 7 and 8, the sequence changes. It only has one. So the number here would be only 28. Will be 21 and 28. 21, because 6 to 7 is 1 and 7 to 8 is 1. So your sequence normally stops from here. Can you see it? It changes. So they are saying that a perfect number is a number whose factors not including itself and so what the number it is. I would say the number is 28. You could get a different number also, but you have to be careful. Why is 28? Because look at this, is 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 7 and 14. And what else they are saying that a perfect number is a number whose factors not including itself add up to itself. 6 is a perfect number. So they are giving you one example, you have to find another one. So I found 28. And next one they are saying that a powerful numbers has the property that for every prime number which divides into it, that prime number squared also into it. So which you think would be? Will be 25 or 27. That's your answer for this one. Now you have 18. In this, you have to be careful in opening the brackets. So this is given to you. So let's do it. 4 minus, because 4 plus 4 is 8. 8, you're dividing it by 4. That'll be 4 minus 2, and your answer will be 2 for this one. We are just opening the brackets in this one. Number 19 now, they have given you 1001 equals to a multiplied by b multiplied by c, where a, b, c are prime numbers, because c is bigger than b and b is bigger than a. So let's do it. So 1 that equals to 7 multiplied by 11. Let me just use a pen because sometimes you guys get so confused. So you would just do it 7 by a multiplied by 11. And how did we get this? We got this from here. See, what gives you 1? We just break that down, 1001. So if you multiply by 43 multiply by 7, you will get that. So your answer is 7, 11, and 13. So if you multiply that, you'll get your answer. So now we are on 20. In this, they are telling you give that 2357 multiply by 99 equals to 233347. You need to find 233343 divided by 99. That is 233343. But they're also telling you you have to divide it by 99, sorry, not 9. That would be 2357. And the next one is you're multiplying that, and that you'll get 2357. I need to take the decimals away. When I take the decimals away, I write 10 on the in the bottom, and that would be 2333.3. That's your answer for this one. So now we are on 21. In 21, they are telling you about the symbols now. They're telling you to work out what is 4, that symbol 5. So now I'm going to use a text box for you all. So you know that 4 multiplied by 4, a bracket will come, a bracket will come 4 plus 5. That gives you guys 4 multiplied by 9. And then you have to open the brackets and you'll get your answer as 36. So your first answer we got is 36. And the next one is they need you to work out what is 4, another that sign, 3, another that sign, and 2. So let's draw this one for you all so you understand how to do this. I'll put that in the brackets for you all. That equals to 3 multiplied by 3 plus 2. When you open the brackets, that will give you 15. And then 4, that bracket and 15 equals to 4 multiply by, that bracket comes again, 4 plus 15. You have to open the brackets carefully now. Remember your signs, everything the way you're doing it. Because it's 4 plus 15, you know that's 19. 4 multiply by 19. That gives you guys your answer for B. That is 76. And the last one is you need to work out the value of 6. Same sign, P equals to 78. So in this one, you will write 6 multiplied by 6. Your that sign becomes plus, that sign means plus P equals to 78. So what would you do next? You would do is 6 plus P. Remember when that goes there, the sign changes, that becomes divide. So that equals to 13. So now your 6 is left. So 16 minus 6 gives you 7. Now we have our last question for today. 4 bell rings into interval of 2, 8, 7, and 11 seconds. If they all run at the same time, how many seconds will pass before they all ring in the same time again? You should show your working out. So let's find the LCM of this first. So I'm finding the LCM of 2, 8, 7, and 11. That is 1, 4, 7, and 11. That will be 1, 2, 7, and 11. Next step would be, let's take that now. You are just adding a 2, multiply by 2, multiply by 1, multiply by 2, multiply by 7, multiply by 11. And that equals to 8, multiply by 7, multiply by 11. That gives you guys 616 seconds. Okay, guys, we are done with the paper now. I hope you all like the paper and you could just go back. If you're struggling on something, you could go back and tell me how it is. And remember, if you have struggled or how do you like the paper, was the paper easy or hard, just write in the comment below how the paper was, because if you write in the comment below, it'll give me idea was the paper easy or hard for you all. And remember that from next week, not this week, next week, Thursdays, we'll be doing live sessions every Thursday. And we are also starting memberships, like you can take memberships for maths, English, verbal, non-verbal. That would be starting in November. So you can become a member in this channel and you could pay a little bit of fees and you could just become a member, and there'll be all topics. If you can't afford a tutor, you can go with all the topics and enjoy learning with our videos. That's all for today now. Thanks. I'll see you guys back next week, Thursday. Don't like, don't forget to like and subscribe and tell your friends we need to get 5K end of this November. So just help me to do that. Bye for now.